We now go to John Urban down on the sideline. John.
Thanks again, Christian. Two storylines coming into this Thursday night football contest. One is injuries and the other is records. You both touched on those subjects, Christian. Injuries have definitely plagued the Western Mustangs. Will Finch is not in the game. Neither is slot back Matt Uren, free safety, and Jesse McNair. And as we know from Waterloo, J.G. Poulon with his elbow is still not available. Records, though, I wanted to talk about this real briefly. At homecoming, it was punter Eric Gazadem for Toronto hitting a 104-yard punt to set a CIS record. Last broadcast, it was Tyler Crapena, the kicker for McMaster, hitting his 77th career field goal to set his own record. And you mentioned it earlier, Christian, 58 yards away is Laurier's running back, Dillon Campbell, from setting the Laurier football program single-season rushing record. Guys?
Should have no problem doing that today. He's averaging 200 yards a game rushing, which is astonishing.
Thanks again, Christian. I just thought I'd give you an update. 5 days has passed since Western's first loss of the season, the McMaster Marauders, and you can already tell defensively and offensively they're fired up. They hadn't lost here at TD Waterhouse Stadium since September 29th, 2012. That was also against the McMaster Marauders, of all people. So let's hope the fire that has been lit, so to speak, continues throughout the rest of this game. Guys?
Thanks, John. That was a close play there. Scott Campbell laid out. Again, they're going go down to John Urban on the sideline for an update.
Thanks once again, Christian. Just over my shoulder, you see Garrett Sanvito getting his left ankle attended to, being taped right now. That's the same ankle that he aggravated during the Waterloo game, in which he scored 2 touchdowns before having the ankle sprain and having to leave. Just precautionary, guys. He should be back in any moment now.
Thank you, John. We've got a timeout by the Golden Hawks, and that gives us some time to go down to John Urban on the sidelines. John?
Thanks once again, Christian. Will Finch out of this game, which is obviously big news on the half of the purple and white, but Stevenson Bone filling in quite nicely. A little bit of an apple falling off the tree, not too far, if you will, considering his dad, Jamie, who's the quarterback coach, won a Heck Creighton Award here at Western. You also got to talk about Blake Huggins. The brother of Preston Huggins is actually backing up Stevenson Bone today, and the 4th-string quarterback, yeah, they got a 4th-string, Josh Beach. He won the Ontario Offensive Player of the Week award for the London Beefeaters. So the quarterback position is on lock here at Western, to say the least, guys.
Well, Blake Huggins filled in a couple years ago.
Thank you very much, guys. Greg Marshall, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Excellent. 5 days after the first loss here at TD Waterhouse Stadium since 2012, the purple and white are rounding quite nicely, to say the least.
Well, you know what? You know, we have so many players injured right now. I'm just really proud of the way our guys came out with the amount of enthusiasm and emotion that they showed. We just got to keep it going, though. You know, it was only half the game, but boy, we were coming off the football, and I'm proud of the way our guys have been playing.
I gotta get your thoughts on Stevenson Bone, considering his last 2 runs before halftime, a combined 67 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, no, he's running well. He's running well. We got to, he's throwing the ball well. We got to get a couple of those deep ones because we have some guys open. But I'm really proud of the way Stevenson stepped up, and he's done a really good job in the first half.
Is it a little odd looking across the field, though, and seeing a former Western quarterback?
I don't look across the field. I'll see Michael after the game. He's not a Western quarterback tonight.
Hey, from everybody at Western Mustangs TV to every Marshall, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Guys?
Quickly, we go down to the sideline. John Urban.
Thank you again, Christian. Just to let you know, Dillon Campbell, what did he need? 58 yards. In the first half, he picked up 62 net. So congratulations to Dillon Campbell, the new Laurier football program all-time single-season rushing leader. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations indeed, Dillon Campbell. What a season he's had so far. Bone has Marshall open. We go down to John Urban on the sideline.
Thank you, Christian. Nigel, I'm wondering if you got a bit of a chill walking into TD Waterhouse today, as the Vanier Cup is here, making one of its stops across its Canadian tour. Both of these teams have had some Vanier Cup history. Laurier's been to the championship game 5 times and have won it twice. Western a record 12 times, and they've won it 6 times, but it's hard to believe. Laurier actually went a perfect 12-0 on their way to winning the 41st Vanier Cup in 2005. You have to go back 20 years ago when the Purple and White hosted the famous championship in 1994. Guys?
It's been a surprisingly long time since Western's captured that trophy. They've had a number of successful seasons. As we go down to the sideline, and John Urban.
Thanks once again, Christian. Calvin Johnson had some tightness in his left hamstring, as you can see just over my left shoulder. They were actually working on him on the table. He's now off the table, trying to get it, that little bit of tightness out so he can come back into this game. But I actually want to throw this question back to you, Nigel. You're in a game, you're really late. The score is, obviously all but done at 38-plus point lead here at this point of the juncture of the contest. Do you start playing it a bit more safe and putting more of your backup players in?
Well, it's an interesting question, and there are some answers that can go both ways. There's
John Urban on the sideline, John.
Thanks once again, Christian, here on the sidelines behind Western's bench. And one thing is for sure, Trevor Lass is having a complete 180 than he had last week. He was trying to replace Jesse McNair at the safety position. In fact, early in that contest against McMaster, he was physically poked in the eye on an attempted hit. They sat him down right here on this table and tried to regain his vision, and he just couldn't do it. Safe to say the eyes are working, though, tonight, guys.
The eyes, the legs, everything on that last return. Just a little hitch route for first down. John Urban has an update.
Thank you very much, Christian. The Western Mustangs coming into this contest outscored their opponents 265 points to 62, and it looks like they're doing a good job of keeping up with that pace today. Although it is a full moon, and if you can see, you can start to see the breath as it's starting to get a little chilly here on our Thursday night, and Dillon Campbell decided to warm up, so it's anybody's contest.
Completely unnecessary penalty, and John Urban's got an update.
Thank you very much, Christian. Andrew Petta came off of the field during that last drive for the Western Mustangs, and he appears to be okay. He's under his own power right now, talking to his teammates, and this kind of goes back to what you and I were talking about early, Nigel. Maybe it's just better off that he spends the rest of this game on the bench.
Well, it looked like he got winded, and when you're being pushed around on the field and pushed back, it's a lot safer position to be in, maybe.
Stevenson Bone, very impressive in his CIS debut, and he's with John Urban.
Thanks once again, Christian. Here with Stevenson Bone, the Texas Lone Star player of the game. 3 touchdowns via the air, but it's the one on the ground that I'm key about. Take me through that running marker.
O-line set up great. It was just it was a quarterback design run to the right, and we called it, and we practiced it a lot. And it was just it was a great blocking up front. And once I saw the crease, I just tried to get in the end zone, and our teammates did the rest. And our defense really played a solid game, and they carried us through the game.
The coaching staff was a little cheeky, fair to say, with Will Finch either starting or not starting this game. How did you receive the news, and were you excited once you received it?
I was excited, definitely. But my job's the same. I prepare every week like I'm the starter, and when my number's called, you just got to go out and try to do your job, and just really one play at a time, and take what the defense gives you. And I think we did that well today. Our team really battled today, and it was a big win for us.
Nigel upstairs was referring to the offensive line. Talk about how big they were for you today.
Huge. The first touchdown drive, we ran the ball every play, and they went down and scored. So it was just fantastic, and they did a tremendous job today.
280 yards plus in the game. Can you take me through one of those 3 markers, though, via the air?
Oh, yeah. Adam Sinclair was a great one. He just broke right past the defense, and I saw him, and I threw a strike to him. And at the start, George Johnson really shook the DB, and he got open as well. And it was a tremendous team effort. And Brian Marshall got wide open on that last one. So all 3 were special, and it's a tribute to those guys. It really is.
Final question for you here, Stevenson. 5 days ago, your team suffers the first loss of the regular season. It's actually the first time Western's lost here at TD Waterhouse Stadium since 2012. How big of a win is this, and what does it mean for the momentum heading on out from here?
Well, it's huge. I mean, we get the break now with Thanksgiving, and we're just going to try to still take it one game at a time, and there's a lot of good teams left that we have to play. So we definitely see our goal is in sight, and we're just going to try to get there.
Stevenson Bone, the Texas Lone Star player of the game. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Guys.
Thank you, John. Stevenson being very, grateful for his team's play. And the leading rusher now, single-season all-time record holder for Laurier, is with John.
Thanks once again, Christian. Dillon Campbell, a touchdown on the day. That gives you 11 on the season. You're the CIS leader and the OUA leader. Take me through that marker.
Honestly, just wanted to get in there and try to revamp my team, try to get us going, get the motivation going. But it was a tough game today. We weren't ready for Western. Western prepared for us, so congratulations to them. We're just looking forward to the next week.
Coming into this game, you just needed 58 yards to be Laurier's all-time leading rusher in a single season. Congratulations on that marker, and what does it mean to you?
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about the title, thinking about that at all. I was just thinking about coming here and playing our game to defeat Western. But, we didn't do our job today, so you see the score, it tells the tale.
So now you're the all-time leading rusher with the team, and you have the CIS stats to back it up. But obviously, just talking to you, I'm kind of getting the vibe that wins are the more important thing, correct?
That's exactly it, yes. We're doing our best to get the wins,
Despite the epic performance on your part, there was a few things maybe the defense here and there could have done. What do you think your team has to do forward, adjustment-wise, from here on out?
Overall, we got to step it up on all sides of the ball. Offense, defense, special teams. So we just got to do our job, get in practice, get in the weight room, and prepare for MAC.
Dillon Campbell, 11 touchdowns on the season. Congratulations on the record.
Thank you for having me.
Guys.
Thank you very much,
Congratulations.
Dillon Campbell.